All right, we are on our Alaska adventure. It is rainy. It is not the beautiful day that I imagined it to be when we were going to cross the border.
I think it's a very Pacific Northwest day.
It is. It is. Jen is filling out information for the border crossing, and we've had a few whoopsies and mishaps. I think it's because we're stressed about crossing over, but we got to get a move on. So let's get going.
Hi, I'm Jen with Cruising with the Clemons, and I want to share a little bit about our travel style for this trip through Canada and Alaska. Mark, my husband, has a full-time job, and that means we can generally only travel on Saturdays and Sundays, or maybe little small trips after he's completed work for the day.
There's only one open.
Yep. No way to go super slow, Daddy. So you can wiggle through here.
Yes,
All right.
Hello from Canada.
We just crossed. The experience wasn't bad.
Yeah.
We got pulled over. They did search us. But we mostly just sat inside and they did it, and it didn't take them too long to search. I had the cat in a carrier, and by the time they got to the truck, she was roaming in there, so she somehow got out, or I didn't zip it properly. So anyway, but other than that, it wasn't bad, right?
No.
They asked Mark some questions. We got stamps. Everybody was super excited about that. And then we went to the Costco right past the border to finish stocking up on a few items. And all right, now we are on a course to head to Cache Creek, British Columbia, for around lunchtime-ish. Yeah.
Heading up the Canadian one.
And it is disgustingly rainy and drizzly and gross outside today, so we're hoping by the time we get up there, maybe it'll clear up a little bit. All right, so how's it going so far?
It's going good. We ran into some kind of construction that delayed us about 20 minutes. So we're not going as fast as I'd hoped for this first part, where the roads are definitely well maintained. But we're always told to get gas when we see gas, so we're stopping because we're at about half a tank right now.
All right, we are pulled over on the side of the road. We're about an hour and a half from Cache Creek. And there's all these turnouts along the road. So we pulled over to have lunch today, and the rain's finally stopped, so we're excited about that too.
For these travel days, we decided to make good use of our outside refrigerator by making sure it was stocked with drinks and lunch items.
One of these had...
You setting up your little chair, babe?
Roadside lunches like this give everybody an opportunity to get some fresh air and stretch their legs.
It's okay. All right, so something I did for our trip was I made this snack bin, and it's out here in the outside kitchen. And I'll just replenish this bin, but it's got everything in it, from granola bars and popcorn, squeezies, all kinds of beef jerky and stuff like that. So yeah, so I made that for our travel days, so it's easy when we stop and pull over to grab something to snack on real quick.
Making better drive time than anticipated, we decided to call it a night around 150 Mile House.
Okay, we are at Dugan Lake recreation facility. It's kind of getting late. We the rains are heading back out, so we wanted to get off the road for tonight. And we're kind of in an area where there isn't very many pullouts, and so we're just gonna stay in a recreation area, and it's not too bad. We are super low in the front, so we've got to put some blocks on to level out just a bit.
We actually decided to unhook because the campsite was very low in the front, and we didn't want to put any undue stress on the truck.
Pretty little park. Right here on the lake, there's like fishing access. It's really nice. You guys can see the rains are starting to come though. So we need to hurry up and let's get set up. What you doing, hand kitties? Very excited. I'm sure. Well, isn't everybody excited to be out of the car? Yeah. Oh, there's like fish jumping out there. Okay, so we opted for the campground tonight. Like I said, this is recreational. It's Dugan Lake recreational site, and we're right here on the lake. And it's beautiful. You can see that awful storm coming in. So that was the other reason we got off. But it is 15 Canadian dollars to stay for the night. They have pit toilets. But other than that, there's no other amenities except some trash cans and picnic tables. We have a lovely picnic table. So, but it's nice out. And I don't know. This is perfect. This is our first day in Canada. Woot woot. Okay, we are in. The boys are out getting ready for fishing. Kennedy and I are inside just hanging. She just got done walking the pancake. So we're just going to relax, and we're not going to undo too much because we're going to drive again tomorrow. So we'll save that for when we get in tomorrow. So just enough to get us through for the night. And yeah, I got pizzas we're going to make in the oven tonight. And rest and relax because I'm exhausted. Anyway, Bryce and Cooper fishing. He's super excited. He's caught 4 fish, he said. And the water is very clear. The storm passed. We didn't actually get any rain, and now it's like glass on the lake.
Dugan Lake is really popular with the locals, and we met a couple of them that were so nice and gave us fishing tips. Places like these are Pancake's favorite, and she always wants to go outside for a walk.
It is about 7 o'clock at night. We haven't had dinner yet. The boys are still fishing. They've been catching all kinds of fish. Well, they've been catching a bunch of trout. And so I think I'm going to go in and start making dinner because it is cold out here. I had to put like the big jacket on. How's your pizza? Yeah. What did you think about the drive and stuff today?
I thought it was great. Road was great. It rained all day, but
yeah,
it wasn't that bad. I think the vast majority of the road was 100 kilometers an hour, just like 62 miles an hour. So I thought we made good time.
Yeah, we went a lot further than I thought we were going to today. I'm not sure how many total miles or kilometers that we did today. I have to go back and do that.
We did around 350 to 400 miles today.
Yeah, so we left from Ferndale, Washington, which is just a little north of Bellingham. And we made it to, this is Dugan Lake, but we're just south of Williams Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just south of Williams Lake. So pretty decent. Tomorrow, it looks like we'll make it to possibly to Dawson Creek tomorrow. And then that's probably where we will stay for the week.
Good morning, day 2 of our Alaskan adventure. We had our first day of no hookups yesterday, and I woke up to 75% battery. So even if we get basically no sun like we did yesterday, we should be able to do like 4 days of power or without power before we have to charge back up. But I'm hoping we get some sunlight today. Even with the clouds, we were still getting like 200 watts, and it was very cloudy and rainy yesterday. So hopefully we should be able to top back off today and see where we get. And when we get there, I'll give you an update of how we did.
Kennedy and I both used our fans last night, so
Yeah,
Like, plugged
fans and
and everything
devices were
plugged in, yeah, for charging.
So
Overall, pretty happy, I think, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Baby
We just saw a moose on the side of the road.
Dude,
like,
it was like
not even a mile from our campground.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yay! We saw our first animal in Canada.
besides fish.
I'm very excited about this moose site. We saw signs and stuff for moose crossing and everything yesterday. And we're like, where are the moose? Where are the moose?
It looks moosey here.
It does. There's a lot of lakes and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but this one was just in the woods, just chilling and staring at us.
Just like
Yay!
It like went out.
Yeah, you look like a juvenile.
Yeah, probably just left.
We just saw a black bear, literally like 5 minutes after the moose. And he's right over here.
Yeah, he's really like this.
He was behind. Yeah. I doubt you will see him in this thick brush.
No.
Yeah, you're not gonna see him in here. But I did see his butt. Okay, no trip is complete to Canada without a stop at Tim Hortons.
Timmy Hortons.
We got sandwiches and some donuts, and more importantly, I got something hot to drink because I'm freezing this morning. I just can't seem to get warm. It's 44 out, which isn't too bad. It's just I'm particularly cold this morning. Our weather has deteriorated rapidly here, along with the temperature. There was some snow on the road back that way. It is downright just nasty right now.
Yeah. So it's 34 degrees.
Yep.
These are definitely like flakes and slush that's melting as soon as it hits the car. Yeah. I wasn't anticipating snow today on the drive.
It's so pretty out. Here's our spot for the week.
Yes, I know.
It is the end of day 2 of our first 2 days of driving.
Yep.
How exhausted are you?
Well, I took a nap as soon as we got in. I set up the Starlink, but Cooper did the water and the power that I normally do. And I did do the sewer. I did the sewer too.
We are parked super crooked in our spot.
Yeah, and
Mostly because I could just tell Mark was like done, and if I told him he had to back up.
I mean, I wanted to move the camper after we had unhooked it because it's right in the middle of our spot, so we can't really park our car. But I was just like, I'm not going to do that. So we're parked in front, sideways. We're kind of blocking the road, but they have really wide rows here, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we did about 750 miles over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Through 80% rain, I would say.
Well, today it would sprinkle, rain, pour, stop for 2 miles, and then pour.
Yeah.
It was constant.
I adjusted the windshield wipers probably 1,000 times today.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous. But we saw 3 moose on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And it was morning, middle of the day, and then afternoon. So like we saw them all day long, basically.
One of them was huge.
Yep.
Yeah, the other 2 were like juveniles.
Saw the bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then a plethora of deer. So we saw a lot of wildlife. Even though we're only about halfway through British Columbia right now, and everybody says the Yukon is where you see all the animals.
Yeah, so we ended up in Dawson Creek, and that's where we're going to stay for the week. And so we are like a mile from the start of the Alcon.
Yep.
So that's what we'll hit up on Saturday.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I'll see what I can find to do around here for the week. And the kids are going to finish up school, and I've got to finish up some stuff for their portfolios for school. And do some editing.
Yep.
And
I'll be working.
Yeah, and Mark will be working.
Join us on the next episode as we explore Dawson Creek, British Columbia, check out some of the local stores and eateries, and find a hidden gem for the kids. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode.